Welcome to Brews and Blades for this January 17th of 2021. We were all chatting before everything started. Ethan Ruins EDC. Shoot me an email, sliceyDicey75@gmail.com. If you don't know, Ethan is going in the Navy very shortly. When are you supposed to leave? He's looking for a knife, and I have one, so yeah, well, where am I going here? I'm trying to get this camera lined up correctly. There we go. But yeah, shoot me an email. I'll sell you mine. I just use it for size comparisons. I can use my 940. It's just as applicable. So, yeah, it's the least I can do going into the Navy. I mean, you made the poor choice of going in the Navy. You got to have something to make yourself feel better. So, I was Air Force. Nav Sergeant was Air Force too. We'll gang up on you. I'll make you good. I'll make a good price too. I don't even know what they cost. It's the 20 CV one. So I got to look and see what they cost. I'll pull it out. I use it for size comparisons. You guys see it all the time. Sorry, we're starting off topic, but see, it's why you got to come on early, hang out in the chats, and see everything. But yeah, this one, it's literally just been used for size comparisons. I have barely carried it. So hit me up. Still are. Yeah, I know you still are Air Force. That's what I was saying. I'm former 9 years. But welcome everyone, Brews and Blades. No particular agenda tonight, just kind of our general ass hattery. And then, yeah, first hour we try and focus on knives. Last half hour we talk about whatever. Usually winds up being watches and stuff. But hey, Dirk, how's it going? Good to see you. Usually I was being watches, trucks, and Instapots. That's kind of what it always winds up being that last half hour. But yeah, Bobby Legs. I even brought his out this time, so I have some stuff to show. Yeah, neighbor's dog is always rowdy. It's very annoying. My poor dog passed away, but my dog used to be the instigator of that usually. My little dog would bark, and then every dog in the neighborhood started barking, but now they still bark. Bark a little bit. M237 says only good time on a Sunday night. Sundays suck. Sundays are okay with me. I'm just usually really busy. Like I wind up working like on Sundays a lot, doing this, and it's usually when I try and bank a few videos. So sorry about the camera. Here's tonight's beer. It's a Jenny Cream Ale, which I hate Jenny Cream Ale, but this is the dry hopped. My son bought this, and it ain't bad. I've had one or two already. He bought it, didn't drink it. I kind of like it. I like in the recurve Firetac. It is outstanding. Hello, Monster Racing. I'm doing all right. Yeah, Sergeant. I mean, the Navy has the Marines and the Air Force has the Space Force. So what's better? That is to be determined. Space Force may be awesome or maybe done in 3 months. Who knows? I can't get this stupid thing lined up. We're just going to try it this way. It's hard to do it with the camera. Any more news on a meetup in Rochester? I'd love to come. It's all up to the virus. So we shall see. It's all up to the virus. As soon as we are allowed to do something like that, I will be doing it. This is my Southern Edge. Go to southernedge9forks.com. Use the code SEK at checkout. Get 15% off. They sell these little metal koozies, which are awesome. We have Space Marines, Unstoppable. A lot of the sci-fi books that I read have Space Marines. That is a very common thing. But I don't know if we're ever going to get them in real life, so we will see. The Global Bastard, yes. The ongoing Global Bastard. Whenever it is over with, or at least enough that we can get together and have gatherings like that. Because I do expect, maybe I'm being overly optimistic, but I do kind of think it would be 100, 150 people. So that's definitely verboten in New York at the moment. Just send me to space. Done. I would love to go to space. I hope I stay alive long enough that space travel is affordable. I just want to be weightless one time. Other than in an airplane for 30 seconds. Just got mine sharpened up a little bit ago. Sharpened up great with regular 1-inch stones on the TF Pulse Blitz 360. Recurve settled enough not to make a difference. I'm glad to hear that, Jeremy, because that's I have 1-inch stones as well, so that was what I was going to use on it if I could. So I'm glad to hear that. I trust your opinion that they work well. Thank you for posting that link, Keith. Keith is very disappointed in me though, because I got this beer and sausage, and I said he was mad I didn't eat a sausage during the review. I said I would tonight, but my wife made a very tasty dinner, and I'm way too full to eat a sausage. I bought brats to do it, but yeah. Is that fork functional? It is for sausage. Yeah, this is, I said in my little review of it, this is like if you go to German like sausage stands, like currywurst stands, this is, and they give you little wooden forks. This is shaped exactly like that. So it is a sausage fork. Triple EDC, this is for your 8015 light fund. I know you're going to get one the second comes out. Yes, there are a couple of the new Cold Steels I will get. Cold Steel's 2021 lineup, which is not officially announced yet, they just put it on the Facebook page, is the only exciting one I've seen so far. Benchmade has some cool stuff. The Mini Adamas looks cool. The S90V carbon bug out looks cool. But the ZT and Kershaw stuff, no, especially the ZT stuff, was not impressed by. I am very excited about the Cold Steel stuff, but I will say, I'm still reserving the right. I'm not going to say, oh, GSM is great. They're making these cool knives. If these are going in production right now, GSM did not pick these. These are left over from the Len Thompson era. Remember that? I will, when I see their 2022 lineup, I will determine how I feel about them. So I'm still reserving judgment. Still not confident it's going to be a great thing with a giant conglomerate taking over Cold Steel. So we will see. I actually think the Kershaw stuff looked good if you're into assists. Same with CRT. Yeah, and I don't know what is with the assists coming back. Ash, what the hell? I thought we were done with that. And now there's all these new assisted knives coming out. I just don't get it. Some of the Kershaw stuff looks kind of cool. Some of the CRKT stuff looks kind of cool. But it's like 1 or 2 each. It's not like a lot. I'm hoping they don't destroy Cold Steel. I would say maybe we should all just buy a crap ton of them so that they don't change anything. That's probably the best thing we can do. I'm just nervous there's going to be cost cutting and stuff's going to go bad. But yeah, the 8015 Lite looks cool. They're bringing back a higher end Formax, the S35 VN Formax. I'll definitely be getting one of those. Yeah. They have a new assist system that will change the minds of people that don't like speed safe. Yeah, it's still assisted. But is it better to buy CS from dealers or direct? I mean, they always charge more from direct, so I would still get them from dealers. Where'd you see there's releases for Cold Steel? It was on their Facebook page, and a few people have put it on Instagram and stuff. They got a lot of cool stuff, but again, it's left over from the Len Thompson era. I mean, they approved them, I guess, but so yeah. You big red EDC Zach stuff metal complex should buy Cold Steel. Yeah, oh god, a company run by the 3 of us, Ethan, would be horrible. It'd be horribly run. We just put Zach in charge of everything. I think we'd all agree that Zach is the most responsible of all of us. We put Zach in charge of stuff. I guess I'd like glad hand people at booths. Maybe do some PR stuff with MC. We could double team that, and then Big Red would just maybe he'd design stuff. That'd probably be better. I think that's how that would work. I wonder how much input Lynn will have going forward. I don't know. I've heard that he's very involved. I've heard that he's not at all involved. It's all over the place. So, LCK. I never got an LCK. I did hear lots of people like them, but they are bringing old models back. Yeah, but I don't think that was there. I think they were already being brought back, is what I'm saying. I may be wrong, but they just bought the company right before Christmas, and now there's all these new models. They didn't come up with those in a month and have prototypes built and all that stuff. That was stuff that was already in the pipeline. It takes like months, even for a company as big as Cold Steel, from, hey, we're going to make this, to, hey, here's a prototype. It takes a couple months. They didn't have time to do that. Just received my 0562 tie. I'm a very happy man. Congratulations, Michael Morgan. That is a great knife. Oh, somebody mentioned the Firetac. So yeah, I did from the initial review. I did change the scales as my card on. These are Rick Hinder, not these, a Rick Hinder micarta scale. I did put some mineral oil on it because my hands don't sweat, so I wanted to get a little darker, and it was going to take forever for that to happen in my hand. And I did while I had it apart. Lubed it. Look at that. The only thing that's sad is it doesn't tink like it did with the G10. I think the micarta is just a bit more sound absorbing. It still sounds good, but it doesn't make that little musical tink. Now it's just a solid click, but still sounds just as good on open, but I missed the tink. But I love the look of this micarta, so this is the kind of Hinder I would buy, but the prices are too much for me. Yeah, they are pretty cool. Hey, Zach Stuff, thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. Yes, Super Chat is open if anyone wants kicking a few shekels. It is always appreciated, not expected, but always very much appreciated, especially during January. If you guys don't know, January is a hard month for YouTubers. We don't make as much in ad revenue because a lot of companies haven't started their new ad campaigns yet and all that stuff. So Randy F, you're running on bearings. Yes, I run all my Hinders on bearings with the exception of my XM24 Vintage because it's a vintage. I don't know. Just seems to make sense to run it on the phosphor bronze, and I don't carry that one that much. So Ethan runs EC. I got a knife. When do you leave, Ethan? By the way, I think I asked earlier, but if you answered, I didn't see it. Hello, BZ and everybody. My Micarta has great timber-ish attributes without the splitting potential. Yeah, this one looks great, and I'm glad I just went with a regular stonewash. I could have got any of the finishes, and I thought about going working finish, but I have a lot of other working finish Hinders, so I just wanted a plain old stonewash because this is going to be a neat. I was hoping I would like it as much as I do, and this is just going to be a really good EDC. It's going to be interesting to see over the next year. I'm glad I got it at the beginning of the year. So it'd be interesting to see over the next year. Do I carry this Hinder more, or do I carry my XM18 Skinny more? Because currently my XM18 Skinny is by far the Hinder I carry the most. One of the two of them, the non-choil one mostly, but this is, I'm interested to see if this one surpasses it. It might. Definitely easier to get your hand past in the pocket, that's for sure. And I ain't scared of the recurve, because like Jeremy Russell said, as I suspected, 1-inch stones sharpen it just fine. I got the Benchmade Mini Presidio 2. It's a very nice knife, Ethan. The CF Elite one, or the aluminum, they're both pretty cool. Debating on grabbing a wee buster because of your review. Oh, how come GEC beer and sausage are so sought after? They're just kind of cool. All GECs are really sought after, Ian. Honestly, it's not unique to this one. It's just that they all are, and that's why I rarely get them, because I don't like traditionals enough to seek these out. Some other hard to get regular, locking knives I will try and seek out, but I don't care about traditionals enough to deal with the pain in the butt it is to get one of these. So I haven't had many GECs. I think I've only had one GEC on here before. Doubt you'll see many after that. So what's the knife in the far left? This is the Sencut Scepter. What are these? $37 on the interwebs, I do believe. On the Amazon, as you say, if you are pretentious, which I am. It's like, see, my son is carrying a Microtech LUDT. Cool. I hope he's of legal age. Oh, if you can eat with that, I guess. Yeah, I have not eaten with it yet, but I will. We'll be getting that Sencut. It's a cool one. It's really nice for the money. It's really nice. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. It is the leader in the very early clubhouse for budget knife of the year for 2021. Knife and comb and fork and bottle opener. So I should have grabbed a bottle one so I could use the bottle opener. I haven't used that yet. And then, of course, it has a blade as well. But yeah, I only got this one. I don't chase them. I refuse to do that for GECs. I got this one because Mike at collectorknives.net knew that I wanted one from I did a show with him on Knife Junkie, and we got to talk about this knife. He hates it, and I said I really wanted one. He had a blem, so this is the blemish on it. Is that dark bit? All right, I can't tell. I don't mind a bit, so and I'll never get rid of this. This will be my one token GEC for when people yell at me about not having a GEC. I'll say no, I have the dumb one. I like traditionals when they have extra stuff on them. I just don't like normal like traditionals. If that makes any sense. Currently not. I'm currently failing at not buying this Norseman a viewer sent me to check out. Ooh, I hate the look of the Norseman, so I've never been tempted by one. Yes, Monster Racing, it is dumb, but I like it. So, and I actually have carried it. It's been in my pocket pretty much every single day since I got it, except for today. I like beer. I have a beard. I like sausage. I need it. Exactly, Josh. That's why I got it. Sorry if you're an actual Joshua. You type Joshua in your name, so you're probably a Joshua, not a Josh. Are you gonna buy the Pilar 3 into review? Absolutely. That is one of the CR. That is my number one priority for the CRKT. Is that. Hey, Slice Days picked up a Firetac as well. First hinder, it's a great knife. Do the filler tabs fit from the XM series? Yeah, they look the same. I haven't tried, but yeah, they look exactly the same. I know the pocket clip's the same, so I'm sure the filler tab's the same. Just none of the other hardware is gonna work. Maybe the standoffs are the same. I don't know. They look kind of like they might be, but no, that's maybe for XM18 skinnies might fit. So that GEC is Fonzie approved. I will say though, if you try and comb your actual hair with it, I did try that. It catches right here and it pulls hairs out, and it's an owie. So yeah, just use it on your beard. Don't use it on your head hair because you end up yanking them out. Standoffs are not. Thanks, Jeremy. I was wondering. They look kind of like the skinnies, but yeah. Oh yeah, the screws are different. I see. Yeah, because I remember taking it apart. The screw structure is a bit different. But he's already made the micarta scales for it, and somebody told me that he said the titanium ones are in the works. So the micarta one will go away as soon as titanium scales are available for it. Because I like me full titanium hinderers. And then I'll get my tink back. That's a reference to a noise, not to my wedding tackle. Any idea of the Spyderco 2021 reveals? They did something. They said 2021 reveal, but it was just mostly the stuff they already released. So I don't know. It's going to be a while. The blade on the Mini Buster is a little heavy, so it comes out deliberately, not quickly. How do you describe it? It's unique, Manny. I don't know exactly how else to describe it. It's just unique. It's very smooth. Mine snaps out pretty good. I think mine still comes out pretty quickly. But it's that detent's just a bit different than usual. So, yeah, I definitely can't shake it open or anything like that. I really like it. I'd love to get my hands on a titanium scale for the Firetac. Yeah, I think he tried to build this nice lightweight EDC knife, and then I think a lot of us, as soon as we can, are going to ruin it and put a titanium scale on it, which will add like 1.5 ounces to the weight. But who cares? I want one. Yeah, that's right, Nav Sergeant. Yeah, the Paisans come. I thought that. I saw the Paisan and I thought, didn't they discontinue that? So yeah, it's the Paisan coming back, some color changes and stuff, but that's pretty much it. Michael Morris, I just confirmed you said your friend's 562 CF over the phone, and it sounds yeah, it sounded the same over the phone, but it's over the phone, so I don't know. The Rhino is in the Spyderco catalog. I didn't know they discontinued that. So Rhino's a cool little knife. I do enjoy that. S45 standard for Spyderco now in the paramilitary series. Yeah, I didn't see that. See, I didn't see that either. Hello, homie G. How sustainable are all these knife releases in the past couple of years? And Just rehashing old stuff. Genuine question, not cynical. I think a lot of the no mojo. I think a lot of the reason why you're seeing a lot of rehashing, part of it is the virus. I mean, part of it is they have the tooling set up for something. They have to come out with something new. Takes fewer people to just change the colors and the steel on something you already make. So I don't blame them entirely for it. But yeah, the ZT stuff, it's just what is new, I don't like. I'm not mad that they rehashed some stuff. I understand why they did that, but the new stuff, I don't like. That double detent one, I just don't like the look of it. Yeah. Where's the Protec Shadow? She's beautiful. I don't have I don't know what a Protec Shadow is. You mean the TRM Shadow? Or the Protec something else? Went through Blade HQ's coming soon. Really like looks VV Riffle 14C28, and I do not have that one. I'm pretty sure I will though. The shadows down here, I'll bring it out in a bit. I assume that's what you meant. Giving you a hard time. Sorry, Evan. Thinking it does something special. Double D1080. Yeah, I did not like it on the 0707. So it worked. Did what it said it was supposed to do. You can push on the lock bar and it doesn't lock the blade, but it makes it not droppy. E3 EDC knives for left-handed people. Axis style locks. That is true words spoken there. Speaking of Blade HQ, any thoughts on Zach leaving? Yeah, actually, I talked to him. We're friends, and I texted him, and he said it was no hard feelings. He just decided to try something else. So there's no scandal there or anything. He just decided to do something else. So how's that Tanto Civivi you got? You'll find out in a review this week. It is sold and moved on, though. It does suck that he left, though. I really liked him, and Ben were two of my favorite people to deal with, and they've both gone, so that's too bad. Is Zach going to release a knife to compete with Ben's? No, I don't think so. I think Zach, he hasn't said, but if I had to guess, I would say Zach is going to be doing something automotive or motorcycle related, because I think that was always his real passion. So I wonder who'll do most of their vids now that he's gone. Probably that young, yeah, Kurt, or that younger guy that's in a lot of them. The guy who's not as like animated as Zach, but really knows what he's talking about. Is it Jamie? Is that his name? I don't remember. Adam? Jamie? Yeah, I don't know. Adam or Jamie, whatever his name is. The guy who was the host of Chris. Yeah, that guy, I think. Any thoughts on the concept Goblin? Very nice. Again, another review that I have recorded, but it's going on to someone else. But I did record it. Very cool little fifth pocket knife. Kurt the Viking in his ham hands. Yeah. Tell me a good thumb stud knife to buy besides a CRK. That would be, I don't know if you're saying that because of the price, but I would say a Spartan Harsey. This is the big one. They also have a 3 1/4 inch, but Spartan Harsey is definitely that. Ethan runs EC. Got any front flippers? I have a few. I've got well, this is a front flipper. There's one right here. It is front flipper and thummy study and all that stuff. This is a Best Tech Exploit. I have somewhere the smaller micarta M390 Real Steel Metamorph. And I feel like I've got more. Oh, of course, the Shibuti from Riot. So Shibuti is not its Christian name. It is the Bushido, but I screwed up and called it the Shibuti in a video, and it stuck, and I'm happy about that. So can't fool me. That's a thumb hole, not a thumb stud. I was talking about this is the front. This is not a thumb hole. I was talking about this is the thumb stud knife. Or are you talking about something somebody else said? I don't know. You have that Wii front flipper that's on washers. The prototype of it, yes, but don't count on it being made by Wii. If you're talking about the Todd Knife and Tool one, the root kit, think it might be made by somebody else at the end of the day, but we shall see. It was just a prototype. Yes, I do have the Anthem out. I like it very much. I have it out because it is going... it doesn't really need to be sharpened, but I don't know. I just got a wild hair, and it's discontinued. I'm not going to use it in many videos anymore, so I'm going to put my own edge on it tonight. So I don't always just automatically do that. I like to keep the factory edge if I can for the purpose of comparisons, but this ain't going to be any more comparisons. This is just mine now, so this is tonight's project when we're done here. Checking out the Black Void Opus. Everybody keeps asking me that, and I don't know. That just doesn't interest me that much. If I just get one in, then yeah. That waypoint is nice. Yes, the Quiet Carrier waypoint is very nice, as you were talking about. I want to try out double detent lock. Yeah, it's fine. Does what it's supposed to do, but I think it eliminates a problem that just people just shouldn't do that. If I was a knife designer and people say, if I push on the lock bar, I can't get the knife open. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, we are over 100 now. Well over 100. I missed the pocket check time. So yeah, let's do pocket check time. And No Mojo says, do you enjoy profiling and sharpening? Just curious. Yes, I do very much. It's a lot of fun. I don't know which system I'm going to use on this tonight. I may put the cheapo Work Sharp precision adjust to the ultimate test and do some 20 CV with it. 0308, very nice. M4 940. Alliance Designs OG Jasmine. I almost bought one of those a couple times. ProTech Malibu Reverse Tanto. This was not in my pocket today, but I have one sitting here. Is that a pointless recurve on the hinder, Tazworld? No, it actually does. I made some long cuts in cardboard and stuff. It does hold the knife in a little bit better. I don't think it's pointless. I think it's just long enough that you can still sharpen it. Kite Fin, very nice knife. Nice Element folding kukri. Ooh, oh yeah, that crazy thing you showed me. Dirk sent me that, and I said I rarely chop heads off anymore, so I don't think I need that. That's a big, scary knife. Spartan SHF and the Waypoint, cool. Super Freak and Mini Super Freak, G-Man. I've carried that combination a couple times myself. I have both of those as well. ProTech TR5, very nice. S45 XM18 Spanto, that's a cool one. I had one of those for a couple of days. I never intended to keep it. I got it as payment for something. Is that Spy Steel from Spyderco easy to sharpen? Pinky 2019. Yes, it is. It's pretty good. I'd like it a lot. Giant Mouse Ace Biblio and Green Micarta. Very cool. XM24 Swedge Spear and Benchmade 328. I don't know what the 328 is. The only 328 I know is a Ferrari. Olamic Wayfarer Palace. Fun knife. Kaiser Matt Degnan Guru. I read that as Matt Damon for a moment. TRM Atom and Victorinox Compact. Civivi Bull Mastiff and Launch 10. Recon 035. Congratulations. Super Freak. Yeah, I admit my carry this week's been pretty boring because since I got this has been what's been in my pocket just about every damn day. I just really like it. I wasn't sure I'd like the recurve, but I do. But most recurves aren't executed like this, so it hasn't made me a recurve convert. But this one is just so long and gentle that it's still easy to sharpen. Sandcut Scepter in the pocket today. Good one. I dropped my Millet Torrent on the driveway now. Won't lock up with a slow roll. Oh, no. Oh, no. If they won't help you, please have them try and help you first. But if they won't help you, I'll take a look at it. I can kind of guess what happened to it, but... that may be beyond my capabilities, though, but... 0562 tie. Cool. GB2 Firetac Battle. Nice. Firetac and S90V proper. How do I get a shadow, Louie? You go to TRM's website and you look at the first thing in the facts, and they will let you know when they're available again, and they will sell in minutes. So, Shadow Nerd combo, very nice, flexing. Yeah, I'm afraid to start messing. It sounds like you might have just bent the lock bar, but again, I don't know how dropping on a driveway would do that. I don't know. Maybe the pivot got knocked loose? Have you tried just tightening the pivot down? Just a theory. I don't know. Manix XL. I miss having one of those. Those were cool. When I had it, I wasn't as into big knives as I am now. I definitely would have kept it. Hey, we've only got 44 likes on here. There's 135 of y'all filthy animals in here, so click a like button. Subscribe, join, get the little thing next to your name. All that stuff. TX85 is Bowler and 690. Good stuff. It's pretty good. It's on the budgety end, but I still think it's pretty good stuff. There we go. You obeyed me well. Already 20 of you have clicked like since I said that. And then it just went down to 50. What? It went up to 65, then down to 56. I think it was momentarily dyslexic. Now 71. I don't understand. Which do you prefer, mini Adamas or full size? Never held a full size Adamas to my memory. I'm sure somebody's going to point to a link of me reviewing it, and I won't have remembered it. That happens. Oh yeah, the scales could have shifted. That's possible. I just loosen up all the screws and tighten them down again. I know it sounds stupid, but worth a shot. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Can you show us that hog? Not sure exactly what you're talking about, Alex. Thank you for clicking, homie G. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're up to 72 now. That's acceptable. Half as many anyway. Ethan Ruins EDC. Favorite memory about the Air Force? Just living in Germany. That they got me to move out of the country for a while, and I'm very glad that I got that opportunity. And I just miss it all the time, but I like feeling like more of a citizen of the world, I think is a good way to put it. Changes your whole outlook on life. You live in a foreign country for a while, you realize that everybody's just people. At the end of the day, we're all just people. Oh wow, the ZTO 762 is going to be 320 on Blade HQ. Wow, I don't know which one that is off the top. One of the new ones. When will Benchmade put the 940 in the custom shop? I don't know, Lon Solo. I wish they would. I wish they would. I got the bug out, which is cool. And yeah, I have a custom bug out, and I freaking love it. It's one of my favorite knives that I own, but I'd also really like to have a custom 940. Very, very much so. We'll put away the silliness here. Bring that out. Make things a bit grayer. I saw Slicey in the TRM group. I'm in most of the knife groups. I'm in the TRM one. I'm in the Microtech one. I'm in the Chris Reeve one. All under my real name, of course. They don't let you join groups as pages. So let me check something really quick here. No. Yeah, I did sell some scales on there, and I sold them all very, very quickly, which was nice. What would your custom 940 look like? I'd probably just do a 20 CV, probably just like this, but a 20 CV. That probably gray G10 with some purple accents and 20 CV. Probably what I would do. Taz World says, I left the U.S. when I was 13, and I learned that America is part of the world, but not all of it. Yes, absolutely. I think everybody needs that perspective. What's the worst steel you've sharpened? I just did a Maximet 2 and S110V, and it was rough. S110V is kind of hard, but no, S90V. I loathe S90V. I have not attempted Maximet yet, though. I own a couple of Maximet knives, and I have not had to sharpen them yet. I did touch up the edge on my Para 3, and it touched up okay, but I haven't had to actually properly sharpen it. But from the amount of time it took to just touch it up, it's going to take a hot minute to properly sharpen it. But S90V is the worst that I've ever had to do. Slick, you're setting me up. I keep trying not to take shots at Tucson, and you just set me up. Don't worry about sharpening Tucson S90V, because it's probably not S90V. Sorry, I said it. I said it. I just know from Pete's Cedric and Ada said it that it's his was definitely not S90V. I'll just say that. Sorry, you set me up. I had to do it. Best button lock right now. My favorite button lock is the Malibu. I mean, I've got 2 of them. By the way, I had someone comment in an older Malibu review that I did, or maybe it was a newer one. I don't know. Somebody said I pronounce Malibu like a Yankee my grandfather has that accent. How else does one pronounce Malibu? I've never heard it pronounced any other way by any other nationality or any other regional accent as anything other than Malibu. Is it Malibu? Do they say that somewhere? Malibu? I don't know. Like, how else do you pronounce it? It's Malibu, right? Am I wrong? Am I a crazy person? Malibu. Never heard anybody say that. Yeah, Malibu. Yeah, that's how everybody says it. Malibu. I'm just up here chanting Malibu. I feel like I'm doing voiceover work again. Second to Malibu button lock. Probably the Spartan Palace was really good. I live in California. You pronounced it correctly, Russ Cagle. Oh, don't get me wrong. I never had any doubt that I was pronouncing it correctly. I just want to know what his pronunciation of it was. My wife and I talked about our theory is somewhere in the world they say Malibu. That's the only thing I can think of. Freeman 451 is really fun, Jeremy Russell, but the blade isn't that really useful. I like it. It's cool, and it cuts better than I thought it would, but that's the same problem with the Mordax. The Mordax, too, is really thick behind the edge. Not as bad as the Freeman, but it's Malibu, but you're saying Malibu. Exactly. I like my Freeman 451 better than my Malibu or my 8020. Wow, Dustin. That's a bold statement. Bold statement. Malibu, lavender pants, and you're in parsley. That just sounds dumb. Malibu, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the only thing I could think of is Malibu. Dustin Kelly throwing out the hot takes. Likes a Freeman 421 better than a Malibu or an 8020. Let's all point and laugh at Dustin. I'm just kidding. The Freeman 421 is an undeniably cool knife. Absolutely, for sure. How good is that Firetac, actually? Pretty darn good. I thought I would like it quite a bit. I like it way more than I thought I would. Can Spidey flick it, all those things. It's just been, and the action has just gotten ridiculous. Malibu. Throat Warbler Mangrove. It has a deep cut joke. I think a lot of you guys will get it, though, because you're just as nerdy as me. Starting to like frame locks a tad more. Frame locks are fun. Are you left-handed, Ethan? It sounded like you kind of mentioned that. Firetac has dethroned my XM18 as my favorite hinderer. Yeah, Nav Sergeant, I don't know if I'm there yet, but that's what I said. It'll be interesting to see my XM18 skinny versus this. Which one do I wind up carrying more? Lavender pants. 451 better. What? I bet it's called the 451 because that's how many thousands it is behind the edge. I think it was 40 behind the edge, but it's hard to, the way they do the edge, it's kind of hard to measure it like that. But I do know that when I was in Afghanistan, they pronounced it Malibu in the mountains, but Malibu in Kabul. Maybe he was from Kabul. But he called me a Yankee. I don't think they call us. I think they call us much worse stuff than that in Afghanistan than Yankees. It sounded like he was British. Thoughts on the XM18 Skinner? I have the skinny Skinner. I like it a lot. It's not with me at the moment, though. It hasn't passed away. It's just Everyday City Carry has it. I have the COVID edition one. Hey, I have a question. That's what we're here for. Is there maybe any Snex co-op knife that's affordable, like the Ferrum Forge knives with the wheat? I mean, well, yeah, that's the Mini Buster, if that's what you mean. This is Snex, but yeah, this. I don't know what you're asking. Yeah, but this. I have a 3-inch Skinner I like. I need to try a 3-inch XM18. Yeah, this is $289, and they are back again, so you might be able to actually get one right now. It's called the Wee Knives Mini Buster. But yeah, here's the Snex logo, just to prove it. Because, yeah, the Mini Buster is what you're looking for. One of my sharpening customers has a 451, and I told him I wasn't sure I could sharpen it because of those scallops on the blade. I didn't really like sharpen it. I ran mine over my sharpener to see how it would be when I had it, Jeremy Russell, and it was actually fine. Didn't even notice it. Here in Oz, Yank is the preferred word. Yeah, he didn't call me a Yank. He said Yankee. So I don't know if he was Southern or British, but it really confused me, especially that my grandfather had that accent. I don't have an accent. Whenever anybody says I have an accent, I always say, what do people on television sound like? Do they sound like you or do they sound like me? They sound like me. I don't have an accent. I am the default American accent. That's just it. I'm default American accent. That's it. Now, if I hang out in the Southern Tier with all my Southern Tier New York buddies, I get a little bit. A little bit, but 1 minute knife review. Just a little ego. Who, me? Never had. Never been accused of such terrible things. Info about the second from left front and the murdered out version. Can't recall a thing about it. This is a Best Tech Exploit, Todd Knife and Tool Design. Pretty sure West New York and Central Ohio both talk the same way. Yeah, pretty much. I would say pretty much. You get, I would say Eastern Ohio and Western New York. I think Central Ohio, they start to get a bit of a twang. Wait, I'm from the Southern Tier. What do we sound like? Not everybody does, but you get that little car, you say car and stuff like that. Like you overpronounce your R's a little bit. I know I kind of got that a little bit when I lived down there. I have a Southern accent. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you, McKime, especially for the donation. I appreciate it. It's especially fine to have an accent if you admit that you do, right? And that's fine. But when you say, you have an accent, I don't have, and you try to argue that you're the one without an accent, not the same. Blade HQ has anthems for $365. That is very good consumer information, Lyndon. If you have $365 burning a hole in your pocket, I have no affiliation with Blade HQ, but go buy an anthem while you still can, because these things are amazing. Just amazing. Hey, David Payne, how's it going? One of my favorite bands is from Ohio, Devo. Ohio's produced some very talented people. What knife are we going to put away? We'll put away the Exploit. What am I going to get out, though? Oh, somebody wanted the Shadow out. I was going to be nice and not put the Shadow out because you can't get them yet, but somebody requested, so twist my arm. And oh, you guys have seen this 1,000 times, so let's grab. Oh, which one is it? And we'll get the Zahn, my well-loved Zahn. Love the look and size of this shadow. Yes, it is very, as do I. It feels very good in the hand. This is an outstanding knife. Oh, Anthem is out of stock blades. Just somebody just tease us. Somebody say that's what the price were, and then they were out of stock. I'm in the Cleveland area. Terrible place for knife holders. 2.5 Lynch limit. Wow. I did not know about Cleveland. I'll remember that the next time I go to Cleveland. And I will absolutely obey that, officer. What's that recurve thingy? It is the new version of the Hinderer Firetac. About $4.25, the usual kind of Hinderer type prices. This one has the micarta scale, so if you built one this way, it would cost even more than that. Anthem 600 on Amazon. I imagine on secondary markets, it's I haven't seen them explode yet, but I can't believe they haven't yet. Yeah, I know it's not all of Ohio Pinky. I got that. It was just, we have the same thing here. We have a 3-inch for parts of Rochester. Have you had any cool trade ideas for the T-arm? Oh, yes, Brian. Thank you for bringing that up. I will apologize and say if you have not been told that you won, you didn't win. I will be doing the video on Tuesday, but I gave it a week. As I said, I already selected the winner for the Trade Me Anything. He's already been notified, so if you weren't notified, you didn't win. But had some pretty cool offers. Lots of stuff I just couldn't take. There was 2 of them that I really wanted, and I couldn't take. So guy happened to get lucky, and you'll see the story. It's funny. It's an amusing little story. So it doesn't have like a great story behind the item, but the fact that he offered me that item at the time that he offered it to me is pretty funny. So that's the one I chose, and the money was about right. So that's the one I took. Website launch, Eric. It's all held up by COVID now because they can't. I have to have a physical hardware moved. They have to like move my server and do stuff to my server, and there's nobody allowed to work where my server is located right now. So gonna be a hot minute, unfortunately, and I have no idea how to tell you or predict when it's going to be. But BD Swaim, do you still have the Canis? No, I don't. I actually just sold it very, very, very recently to another YouTuber. So Harvey Picar's grave the other day. He's in the same cemetery as your mom. That's kind of cool. I mean, not that your mom's dead, but the Harvey Picar's there. Wow, that got dark really quick. Traded up for a van. No, I didn't trade for a van. It's not a vehicle. It's not a knife, but it was just funny. The timing just was hilarious. So I picked it. There was several upper level contenders. Some really cool, unique stuff. So that blue one is the Malibu. Yes. What other blade shapes to offer? It's this and the Warncliffe, which I have one of those as well. So they don't do this blade finish anymore. They don't do the satin on it. This was just for the first run of them. But these are the 2 blade shapes. They call this a Warncliffe. They call this a reverse Tanto. I don't think either looks like either. But it's yeah, these are the 2 blade shapes. How you liking the Zahn? I like it a lot. I was actually carrying the hell out of it until I got the Firetac. You on the Vero knives wagon at all? I love their stuff. I've had a couple of loaners, but never managed to buy one. IC2 modified sheep's foot, as do I. Knife electric, but you know, 'tis what it is. I had a steel wheel mini cut jack M390 with that blue G10. That I had one of those I had a full size one slick for a long time. I loved it. Still one of the smoothest knives I ever had. One of the most drop shutty knives I've ever had, by far. What's your current favorite watch, Slicey? We're going to talk about watches in a few minutes. And probably the one on my wrist, but I just got another one I really, really like, so we will see how that goes. Should I buy a Chris Reeves Benza 31 with box elder inlays direct from them? It's going to take a long time, Crickets. You're guaranteed to get it. But I don't know. I prefer to try my luck and look at places like Knife Joy and DLT. And all mine I've gotten from, well, a couple of them are, this one I got used. One's a gift from a viewer, but the ones I've bought, I've just bought from retailers. Whatever happened to your Ferrum Forge exec? I sold it. I can't keep all of them. But I do miss it. I do like it a lot. I was talking to them the other day, and I actually almost asked if they had one laying around. Zon or Firetac? I don't know. They are kind of the same size, but this is so much lighter. I don't know. I know they're kind of the same size, but they don't seem that similar. I mean, right now the Firetac, but it's new. It's shiny. It's new. I like it. How many bug outs do you own? Just 2. I just have this custom one and a mini that I dyed. I got one of the white ones. I dyed it red. I need a Ferrum Forge. Need the Ferrum Forge budget one with the sheep's foot blade. Yeah, I didn't keep mine for long. It's already winging its way to somebody else. The Prolix. Can never think of the name of that one. Pick up your Firetac and look up the side of the blade. Are your top swedges misground at all? Mine are slightly off. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Ethan ruins EDC. I hate bug outs. Well, they probably hate you too, Ethan. Left front says Sencut Scepter. Snex Mini Buster Benchmade Anthem or Protect Malibu. Those are 3 quite different knives. I mean, this is a full tie frame lock, a titanium integral, and an aluminum button lock. They're kind of a lot of different. I hate to give a weird answer like that, but I just don't know how to even compare them, honestly. Ethan, you see, that's why I said you wanted to see his bug outs, because you love them so much. Yeah. What's my heaviest knife? Oh, definitely Formax Scout, 10.2 ounces. What is 10.2 ounces of awesome? I think it's right here where I can get it. Stand by. Yeah, heaviest, and biggest, as I just caught cords with my knee, is definitely this big old boy. Yeah, 10.2 ounces of super cool. Guaranteed to make your willy 2 millimeters longer every time you carry it. Useless as a knife, but great as a billy club. No, it's actually fairly useful as a knife. I've actually used it and carried it a fair bit. I do like it a lot. I know, right? Very different, but what do you like the best? Oh, it depends on the day. I like all 3 of them a lot. I mean, I've had the Anthem longer. Currently carry this one the most, but the Malibu's amazing. I don't know. They're so different. It would depend on the day, depend on what I was carrying. That's why I don't, when people ask about 3 very widely different knives, that's why I answer they're different, because it would depend. It's just like my children. Depends on which day, which one I like the most. So, not that way with my cats, though. I always like one cat better than the other one. Eric Bauer's knife sale soon. No, I just had one. So, the video's down because I sold everything, so it went down. How many knives are in your weekly rotation, Brian, right now? I haven't added up everything. For my most carried of the month, but right now it's the mini busters in the pocket a lot. This has been this week. This has been the last 2 weeks because I've had it that long. What else have I been grabbing a lot? The Wegava I've been grabbing a lot. My Recon 035 I've been grabbing a lot. It's a second from the left camera. This is a TRM Shadow. I tally up my carries, Nav Sergeant, but I don't check them until the end of the month. I just don't even look at it till the end of the month. Keep the Firetac next to the CRK. I can do that. They are pretty similar in overall length. You can see this is the Firetac's a lot slimmer though. Feels a lot lighter too. That mini buster doesn't look mini. Is there a full-size buster? Yes, the custom Snex makes that were like, I don't think I'm insane. I think one of them went for $12,000 or something like that. Insane amounts of money for the custom ones. Is yeah, even bigger. It's a full 4-inch blade. I did score a neutron textured carbon fiber. Cool. I don't even have one of those. I'm down to only 2 sets of neutron scales. I sold them. I have the Tech Woods, and then I got these, the old Kevlar carbon or whatever. I guess it's fiberglass and carbon or something. All right, guys, I'm going to go watch Drew Brees finish his domination of Tom Brady. I'm not even sure who's left. I know the Bills are left because I never stop hearing about it. 12K US? Yeah, I think it was. I know one of his was. I don't know if it was a buster, but I know that one of his knives went for 12,000. Smallest knife you actively carry? That would probably be my Spyderco Little Native, which is right here because it was in my pocket today. So, yeah, Little Native, my favorite, my absolute favorite 5th pocket knife for sure. So, do you still have a Cold Steel Code 4? I do, Rennie, I do. I don't carry it much, but obviously I have lots of toys, so it's a great knife. Been wanting a Little Native for a while now. Definitely should get it. Can you compare the Shadow to the Bug Out size-wise? They're pretty similar in length. I did it in the review. But yeah, they're pretty similar in length, but this is obviously a much like taller knife. It's just a little bit longer than a Bug Out. Little Natives cost more than Native 5s here. Well, they cost more than Native 5s lots of places. I think it is more than Native 5 because Native 5 is like a lockback, and that's a compression lock. Cheapest knife you have, that would be a Dolica. Excuse me, that Keith gave me. Far Right is a Benchmade Anthem, sadly discontinued. I actually really like the lockback Little Native. Yeah, I heard there was gonna be a slip joint coming, and they never did it. I'd love a slip joint one, just for taking when I go to Europe, if I'm ever allowed to travel there again. Oh, cheapest real knife? Opinel. Probably one of my Opinels. They're all like $9, $10. I have a Native 5 I never used. Probably going to sell or trade scan. I like the Native 5 a lot, but yeah, I've always wound up selling mine too. I saw it pop up, Ethan. I'll answer you here when it's done. I actually have to look up and see what they even go for. I don't even remember. I will make you the best deal I possibly can on it, though. And I'll send you some slicey dicey stickers, and you can put one on a boat. How often do you double up on knives? Well, today I was carrying the Spyderco Capara. I never did do my own pocket check, you guys said. But yeah, I had the Capara and the Little Native. So quite often. I would say it depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going. I often will carry a secondary if my my primary knife is big or scary. And it will scare normies. So then I'll carry a secondary. So if I actually have to use a knife in front of people, I'll grab the little one. Brian, have you had a chance to send out the Watu? I'm gonna try. Yeah, shoot me an email, Hollywood. I thought I sent you a tracking number. I will say that my this next batch of knives I send out, U.S. Postal, are probably gonna be the last ones that I do, because I thought they had everything all settled, and they don't. So I'm getting a lot more of me dropping stuff off and them saying it's not dropped off yet, and then it just shows up people's doors. So I signed up for stamps.com, and I think I'm switching to UPS. I'm going to have to start charging for shipping, which sucks. I don't want to do that, but I'm probably going to start charging $10 for shipping because UPS is more expensive. But I've lost all faith in the U.S. Postal Service, and hopefully it'll get better, but I think it's going to take at least a few months. And sorry, Keith, I'm not using FedEx, but FedEx is very expensive. Yeah, I've had good with UPS too. A lot of people have been sending me UPS, so that's why I figured, all right, I can see they're working well, so I'm just gonna go UPS. Alex, do you think you get an Exo set? I don't know, maybe. He's been Brian. I've been entertained. Thanks. See you later, Michael. FedEx starts lowering their rates the more you use it. Yeah, I don't have the money to keep to keep doing it till the things go. I told some guy he could pay $5 extra for FedEx. I was taking a wag and how much it was going to cost, and instead of being $7 on like it would have been U.S. Postal, it was $24 to ship one knife, literally 2.5 hours from my house. So yeah. Was bidding on the same model on eBay for 90, but not sure if it's real. Well, I'm not going to offer to you for 90 probably, but if you're still talking about the grip. Last knife sent USPS took weeks. Yeah, and I don't mind the delays. It's the fact that like they're just not scanning stuff in. So I go to the post office and I drop, like 8, 9 knives, and like 3 of them get scanned in, and then the other ones say they're not scanned in, and people justifiably get angry, say I didn't drop it off, and then all of a sudden it shows up at their door, but it never got scanned in. It's because if they had missed that initial scan, it never shows up again. It still gets to where it's supposed to go, but it never updates stuff. And that's what's really infuriating me. And the just sitting around, for 2 weeks. I've got a watch that's been arriving late since January 2nd. Yep, it happens. You still have a Boost Mini Smoke? I do not. Train some pigeons. Yeah, it's a good idea. I should do that. Thank you, Freedom Van, very much. I appreciate it. Does the After 9 group want to know what goodies I put on my Foreigners? They go, oh yeah, it is After 9. We can talk about stuff other than knives. Freedom Van. I was curious about that. I saw you said you did like some interior mods, and Foreigners are cool. See you later, Randy. By the way, OCD for EDC is live right now. If you want to continue talking about just knives, you can go over there and hang out. It's always a lot of fun. I recommend that. Any thoughts on the Arcform Slim Auto? I've never held one, so I have no thoughts. I know with COVID there are issues, but I had it with the U.S. Postal. Yeah, and it's not all just COVID. It's just they got screwed with for stupid reasons, and I don't know how long it's going to take for them to recover, but they're not recovered yet. I was hoping to be better after the holidays. It is better, but it's still beyond my patience level. Are you a Bee Gees fan? No. I'm from 17-inch wheels, so I can put some BP35s and 91 K1500. That's a cool truck. There's a UK edition PLR Red G10 that's sick. That's also, yeah, I've seen that. That is pretty cool. Is it Heine Haynes? I like to say Heine because it makes me laugh. Heine Haynes. What an unfortunate name. I think that is the gentleman's actual name, too. I don't think it's just a nickname. What about ABBA? No. I feel like this is leading to a joke or something. So apparently after being discontinued, the Anthem has released Sleech Buoy levels of aftermarket pricing. I haven't seen that yet, but it's interesting to know. U2, yeah, U2's all right. Can you bring out the Combat Trudon? I can. There it is. Here I am wondering where it is, and it's the biggest thing in my case. It sticks out. Here's the Combat Trudon. We'll swap these out. So I did do, we can talk about other stuff now. So I did do a thing yesterday. And somebody asked my favorite watch right now. I will answer that because somebody asked it earlier. Probably right now the one I wear the most is Seiko Alpinist. This is the 2021. I like the black. I never liked the green. I like the bracelet on it. Haven't even swapped it. Left the stock bracelet on it. So I rarely do that, but I really love the Alpinist. Thank you very much to Nick Shabazz for giving me a wicked good deal on it. But it's just light, and I like the way it looks. But Dirk and I both did the same thing this weekend. We took Omegas and switched them over to rubber straps. We're rubber strap buddies now. That sounds like a specific category of pornography. But yeah, we both ditched the bracelets and put the rubber straps on. So I did it for a reason. This has the old, yeah, it's very difficult. It's a very sweary operation. But I did it because this is this is a 2011, and their bracelets did not have adjustable, they didn't have the micro adjusts on it. So it just was never going to fit me right. So I got kind of tired of fighting it. I'd have to spend $1,000 to get a whole new bracelet. I couldn't just get the stupid clasp for it. So I found a new old stock that fit this particular Planet Ocean on the eBays. I think it's real, but I don't know because I got it from eBay. But I made the effort to get a real one, but I couldn't even get one through my AD. I asked, and they said the new ones are $350, but it wouldn't fit this. So I had to go find one from the current. What the hell? You just get into watches and you already have a Seamaster. That is because of the gifts of Instagram. Because Dirk and some other people were making fun of me because I commented they all have Seamasters and I don't. And a very nice person sent me a message, and I got that for ridiculously cheap, or I would not have it. I will not name the benefactor, but yeah, I got it for ridiculous cheap. So that's the only reason why I have one of those. But I'm kind of cool with luxury watches. I'm more into the $400 or $500 range. So everybody started tagging. What happened was Dirk started tagging, Dirk and a bunch of people. I think Dirk started it. Started tagging me on Seamaster pictures, and it wound up being like 40 of them in like the period of like an hour and a half. I had like 40 people tagged me in pictures of their Seamasters. But I'm glad you did, because somebody took pity on me and said, hey, I've got one I haven't worn in years. You want it? And I'll loan it to you and make me an insulting offer. And I made him a really insulting offer, and then I didn't even mind up having to pay that much. So it worked out great. I did get this one. The Hamilton King Khaki. I've always wanted one of these. Got a really good deal on this too from Mimo's Watch, and I have discount codes. If you go back and watch my unboxing of this, there are discount codes. Go check that out if you want a Hamilton. It's just pretty. I really like it. And I did sell a couple watches to get this. I had a couple other watches that I was trying to achieve. I've always wanted a Hamilton, but didn't want to spend the money on it. So I bought like 2 other watches trying to get this same look, and I didn't like either of them, so I sold them both and got this. So did the thing I should have done in the first place, basically. And then what else watch-wise did I do this week? I'm going to show a really cheap one here in a second, but this strap was kind of stiff. It is breaking in well, but I got a different strap for it. It didn't look good on this at all. I was very disappointed in it, but then I had another watch that I thought it might look good on, and it looks awesome. So I switched over to a Laurier Neptune, which is very, very, very pretty on that. So this is just a beautiful watch. This is like a little micro brand. This is an older one. This is a Model 2. I got it used for really cheap, but I think they go for $400 or $500 now, but I didn't pay anywhere near that for it. But it's very nice. And then I bought a cheap Seiko cheap Casio, sorry. Cheap Casios, I like to call them victimless crimes. When you're in the Amazon box, you know, and the Amazon cart, and you're buying stuff for your family, and you just want to reward yourself a little bit. And I got this. This is a little Casio A158W. I love it. It's just a cool little watch. Duro, I do have a Duro. Duros are really nice too. I have the bougie one that's got the gold accents on it. I guess I do have a tendency to, when I'm buying cheap watches, to get them really gaudy because I got the gold one of this. I got the gold Duro. Yeah, Casio Duros are amazing values. I put a leather strap on mine that costs probably half as much as the watch did. Why are all the knives I want Malibu Painting X series and it's here impossible to find? It's just because people like them. Just because people like them. I'm going to give the cheap Casio the place of honor. Saw something about FedEx? Yeah, that you're too expensive. That I can't afford you. That's what we were saying. Because I'm going to give one last shot. This last batch of stuff I am sending out. It's going out. Some of it's going out U.S. Postal. If you bought a knife from me in the last week or so, and I haven't sent it out yet, it's because I'm going to send it. If it's over $200, I'm going to send it U.S. Postal without any extra charge. And then from now on, I'm going to be every watch or every knife I sell, I send out. Anything I mail out, you'll have the option to pay extra for U.S. Postal. I have a stamps.com account set up now, so I can use that. And because I have lost a lot of faith in U.S. Postal, and I thought I'd have it back by now, but I don't. Love my Deep Blue Master Diver 500 with ooh, that's a nice one. I've got one of the, I have a Master 1000. You get what you pay for. I don't know. I've had just as good of luck with U.S. Postal, Keith. I'm not trying to start anything with you, but, no, with U.S. Postal. Oh my God. Sorry, I swore there. UPS. I have almost as good of luck with UPS as I do with FedEx. Although UPS did really make me mad the other day, but that was an issue with the particular carrier. He did not knock on my door because I was right down there. I was one room away, and he just slapped a sticker on the door saying, "Sorry we missed you." If he'd knocked, he breathed on that door. He didn't actually knock on it. I was furious. I know FedEx is a much nicer place to work. My dream watch is an old school blue Seamaster. Yeah, my dream watch was any Seamaster, and I'm so happy I got this one. I feel very, very fortunate that I got it for a price that I could actually get. And you know what? I had a crap year, and I didn't feel bad about spending a little coin on it, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't even a month's rent, so I'm fine with that. I sold some stuff to get it, so I'm cool, and don't feel bad about it. It's just pretty. Always wanted one, and you just feel cool wearing one. I don't know. It's just I've never had that much money on my wrist, and it does feel cool. And it's just the right amount of broken in when I got it. It has a couple little scuffs. I don't worry about getting another scuff on it. Took it to my local authorized dealer, and they checked it on the time grapher and all that. It does need to be serviced. It's still perfectly accurate. It's like 3 seconds fast a day, which is pretty much in the average for that movement. So fine with that. EDC, Seiko, Samurai, Pepsi. I do have 4 watches arriving on Thursday, but 2 of them are not mine, and 1 was a trade, and 1 I bought from Dirk. So I only bought 1, but I have 4 showing up. So it'll be fun. 1 is just that Dirk loaned me to check out. That if it fits my wrist, I'll be happy, but also mad because I'll have to buy 1. And then I have a couple of Seikos and a Citizen. Oh, I did get my plates. I should have taken one off and brought it up here. I finally got my my off my lawn plates for my truck. They did finally send them. It happened. New York State allowed me to have those plates, which I can't believe it. I was so excited. So yeah, my license plate number on my beloved 2006 GMC Sierra short cab long bed is off my lawn, and I'm very, very happy about that. Definitely get your high-end watches pre-owned. If I buy them new, I worry about scratches. Yes, exactly. I got this. I got this used, and it's got a couple scuffs on it. This is my second most expensive watch, which it's like half the price, but it's second most expensive, third the price. But and then yeah, I got my Laurier used. I did buy the Hamilton new because I got a deal on it through Mimos, but got a red Orient Kamasu. Oh, I've been tempted by the Kamasu. I'm the guy that bought your Eco Drive last week. I'm lucky because I like relatively expensive Seiko Citizens and Casios. I will say, oh, I was going to email you about that. It is set. The perpetual calendar is set when you get it. It is a nightmare to change the time or anything on it. So don't let the charge run down because if it runs down and it stops, oh my God, the Citizen perpetual calendars are a nightmare to reset. It took me literally 20 minutes to set it. I don't like watch a YouTube video and keep pausing it. There are very good YouTube videos about how to do it, but wow. Got my Planet Ocean new with a good discount for my AD, so all the scratches are mine, but I'm good with it. Yeah. Oh, I was watching videos on the Citizen calendar. Yeah, dude, bookmark those videos, dude, because you're gonna need them. It's a pain. But this one is set, and I made sure it's fully charged, so you won't have to worry about it. I think it holds a charge for like 30 days or something like that. Get that? I'm sort of looking for a non-wave dial just to have in the collection. It's a sickness. I thought you had a non. Is it your white non-wave? Cheers from Portugal. What are you vaping on today? Can you show me? Oh, this is a Smock. Oh, Novo X, it says in the back. And the vape juice, I just get the plainest stuff I can find, and this is the plainest I can find right now is this Primus stuff. It's not great, but my favorite brand the company went out of business. And I love Portugal. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. Lisbon is fantastic. I miss it. I was supposed to be going there in March. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, non-wave SMP. Wow. You have to have everything. Primus suck, band reference. Good bass player. Vapetasia Killer Custard. See, I don't like sweet stuff. I think I use this enough that like I don't want to take a couple huffs on this and then try and eat a steak if it tastes like, you know, watermelon mango or something. Amazon sent me the wrong DVD. I ordered Little House on the Prairie for my niece, but they sent me Freaking Hooker. I'm sure that's absolutely true, Rennie. I'm sure that's an absolutely true thing. When you come here, I'll take you to my vaping shop. You know, Maricha, I don't think I've told this story, but whenever when I went to Portugal with my wife, and we had like a 12-hour layover in Portugal on the way to Germany, and then we stayed for 2 days in Lisbon on the way back. And during that 12-hour break, we decided to leave and, you know, catch an Uber and go downtown for a minute. And you had to go through the line to get out. And we're on this big line of people trying just to get out of the airport for a few hours. And we were looking around, and I was thinking it, but I didn't say it. And my wife leaned over me. She said, "We are the ugliest people in this room." And there were like 200 people. Everybody in Lisbon is just so good looking. They're just young and so good looking. Sean Loki, that Firetac got on my car to scale. Yes, they're sold out now, but Rick Hender Knives did release a bunch of these last week, but they are gone now, unfortunately. You don't? It could happen. It could happen. They're supposed to be doing more, and then I heard even rumor they may be doing some titanium ones for the Firetac. Lori isn't going to be the ugliest person in any room. I agree, Freedom Van. You are right. But yeah, everybody was just skinny, beautiful. Like they all looked like models. We're just like, how do you get this many people together in one spot that's good? And it was that way everywhere we went for the whole 2-3 days we were there. Joe Babcock, XM18 or 8020? 8020. I was going to say it depends on the variant of the XM18, but nah, 8020. I just really, really like that knife a whole lot. What was the thing that's behind the edge of the Hellhound? I don't remember, and my batteries on my caliper just died, but it's in the review of it I did, or in the unboxing video. I think I said it. It's not much. MG greater than AD. I'm not sure about that. Anyone hear of any new 940 exclusives coming out? I have not. They're not doing as many exclusives as they used to, but I guess they're doing that one for. They did that one for Blade HQ. Those are all long gone though, right? The M4 Jade one. I was not interested because the blade was coated. I know the M4 blade on my bug out's coated, but at least it's gray. Carrying any Tantos lately? Yeah, the just had it out a minute ago. I have an Umzon Tanto, and Kosi Tanto, and the Hellhounds, pretty much Tanto. Bounty Hunters Tanto, I carry that sometimes. My SOCOM's Tanto. I might pick up the M4 Tanto PM for a user. Is the M4 PM, is that new Tanto PM2, is it M4? I didn't realize it was. I thought it was not M4. I thought it was some other steel. Umnum or Harsey? Right now it's be 1 or 2 months. The Harsey's still a little bit bigger, but I don't know. Right now I would say Harsey, but I haven't had the Zon that long, and everybody tells me it takes a while to get used to, and I like it already, but everybody says it gets better after you've carried it a while. Stream C Rolex. No, I'm not a Rolex guy. You won't be seeing me. I mean, there's one I want, two I want. I like Dirk's Air King. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't throw an Explorer out of bed, but I'm not going to spend the money on one. I think even if I was rich, even if I was like super rich, I just don't see myself dropping. All the ones I want are like 10 grand. I just can't see myself ever spending 10 grand on a watch, even if I'm worth a lot of money. Dirk's Air King is really cool. And no, I do not want to borrow your Air King, Dirk. I don't want to borrow it because I would love it, and I can't afford one, so I don't want to touch it. It would just break my soul. You did offer generously to send me one of your Seamasters, and I said no for the same reason, because I don't want to handle things that I can't afford. The only reason I accepted this Seamaster that I wound up buying is because the guy said, keep it for as long as you want, and then make me a very insulting offer. So that's what I did. I don't like that gray coating in the bug out. Honestly, it's got to be coated. Might as well make it black. No, I like it, Keith, because it doesn't show the scratches as much. No, but interested in Fitch knives lately. Any thoughts? I have some on the way. I don't know which ones yet, BZ. They reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try a few knives out, and I said yes, and they said which ones, and I said, surprise me. What are you guys, what's new? What are you guys selling a lot? Just send me whatever. So I will see what I get. Bulgari Octave Finissimo. I actually just saw one of those on somebody's video today. It is very pretty. All I have is Apple Watch and G-Shock. That's all you need, Ethan. Don't get into watches. Just stick with those two. That's all you need. I wore an Apple Watch exclusively for a year before I started buying silly ones. Get the Holiday is my first knife of 2021. I think the Holiday is probably one of the ones they're sending me because it's one of the new ones. And I like the Holiday. It's a very nice looking knife. At least I assume I'm going to like it. Billy Crystal said in a song back in the 80s, it's better to look good than to feel good. I prefer what Deion Sanders said, where he said, look good, feel good, play good. Play good, get paid. That is that's my favorite look good, feel good quote. Anyone here like the Explorer 1? I do, yeah. Maybe I should wait for a review, Rob. I don't even know when they're going to get here, dude, so I might not do that. I want a Talwar. Come on, it's cool. So they are going to make them. They did announce they are bringing the Talwar back. I will not get into watches and will buy one. I will say, Ethan, you're joining the Navy, and BX has really good deals on watches a lot. So be careful. I did buy a really nice Pulsar back when they were expensive when I was in the Air Force. And a Seiko. I bought a really nice Seiko too back then. I bought a really nice Seiko chronograph when I was in that. My son has now. Polar Explorer. That is a very nice one. Which one for the Navy? Your G-Shock, man. G-Shock's probably pretty good. It's a pretty good naval watch. Are you going to be on boats? I don't know what you're doing. I assume you're going to be on a boat at some point. It's the Navy. What's going to be different with the 8015 Lite? I know that it's AUS 10A. From the pictures, you can see the mark that it's AUS 10A steel, but I don't know if it's got... I assume it's stainless steel and plastic handles, I guess. I'm assuming. But you can't tell from the pictures. They gave no stats. They just showed a bunch of pictures. Yes, the Rolex Explorer 2 is an amazing watch, but just the prices they charge now are just, oh. Navy Master at Arms, basically Navy's military police. Oh, cool. So you may be landlocked most of the time. I assume they have those on boats as well, though. Yacht Master is a very cool one, too. But I am working on a deal to do some side work for a local jeweler, doing some promo work for them, that not on here, but a separate thing. And if that goes through, I may be cheeky and say, how about you just make my first 2 paychecks a Speedmaster, and we'll call it good for now. I'll give you 3 months of work if you just give me a Speedmaster. That's probably the only way you're going to see me own another Omega. Omega, sorry. I have to say it snooty way. Omega's the snooty way, which I guess is the correct way. If you call them, they say Omega. They don't say Omega. See you later, Jock. Yacht Master's 14K. See, God, I just can't. Well, Keith, the thing is, they told me when one of my first meeting with them, that they have 5 each of the old Speedmaster in stock, and they're kind of stressed about getting rid of them. So I think if I make them the right deal, if I say, hey, I'll do some videos for you, write some, get some TV produced for you, write some TV commercials for you, just slip me one of them Speedmasters. Because they overbought, and I know it. Yeah, because the new one is out now. They have the new ones on the way, and they still have 5 each of the old ones in stock. Sell your watch, buy a Harley, you'll be much happier. I don't like Harleys. I don't mind motorcycles, but I do not like Harleys. Seriously, that might work for them. Great barter option. Yeah, I think so. I think they might go for it. And that would just be a way to test everything out. And that way there's no cash exchange in hands, and they can just try it out. And then if it works out and I do a good job, then they can start paying me in monies. Made a lot of deals that way in side job stuff, to just like the first one, if you're confident in your abilities, do the first one, not for free, but barter or something like that, and show them what you can do. And then you wind up usually getting paid more than you would have in the first place. But Renee, I'm not even going to read that joke. Your dad joke. Came in late. You already talked about the M390 bug out. No, I didn't see an M390 bug out. I saw an S90V one. I had 2 Speedmasters. I can't get over the feeling like I had to baby them. Always felt like they were delicate. Well, they're pretty tough. When they do one in some kind of whatever they call their version of Hardlex, then they have the Sapphire one. I don't know which one I would want. I think I'd rather have the plastic one, honestly, the Hardlex, because at least you can polish it. But it is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time here in the great state of New York, so we're going to wrap it up. Everybody, if you still want to hang out and chat about knives and stuff, pop on over to OCD for EDC's channel, and yeah, Go hang out with them. Have a good time. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian, as always. See you next week.